So today our contractor, RML, is working on some of the features of the beach. So right now they're working at fixing up a couple of boat launches that exist in the area and just grading out the parking lot. So it's all part of the Tekakwitha Island and Bay Restoration Project. So the beach is one small feature, or one feature, but there's actually quite a lot of different stuff going on. So there's two large natural zones that are being created further along the island. One is a turtle nesting area, so we're trying to find some good habitat or create some good habitat for turtles to nest in. And then the other is a linear pond and marsh feature. So that's going to just create a whole bunch of new types of habitat for use by turtles and just the other wildlife available on the island. So in addition to that, there's a number of smaller elements to the project. So we're creating a bunch of access zones to the water just to enhance the ability of people to get down to the water for fishing or whatever. There's some rest areas that are being created, naturalizing the shoreline as well. So we're going to be replacing some of the monoculture and just riprap with a nice series of plantings. And then the other big thing is just removing a lot of the invasive plants that exist on the island. So there's some areas that are really getting taken over by either wild chervil or Japanese knotweed or Phragmites. So the goal is to remove those as part of this project. So one of the first things that the contractor RML did was install the construction fencing and sediment fence around the two large natural zones. The reason for the sediment fence is it serves as a wildlife exclusion fencing. So basically this fence has now been installed and these sites are going to remain as is for a few weeks while KEPO puts shingles in these areas and removes any snakes that might be found within the work zones. So the brown snake is present on the island. It's a rare species in Quebec, so we really want to make sure that we avoid any impact to those snakes. And we've also been finding a lot of turtles that have started coming inland to try to lay their eggs for the year. So we've been walking along the barrier several times a day and just moving any turtles either outside of the work zone or moving them to a safe spot so they can continue inland to try to find a spot to lay their eggs. I mean, the whole project basically started with the recognition that, you know, the bay itself is filling up with sediment. There's aquatic plants filling in the whole bay, so there's really not a lot of flow passing through anymore, and we really wanted to solve that problem. So through some modeling and other work that had been done in the past, we recognized that dredging a 40-meter wide section of the bay over a length of about 400 meters, and then also continuing that same path, cutting the aquatic plants all the way to the outlet into the seaway, was the way that we're going to concentrate the flow that is going through the bay in the center of the area and just really help with that situation. So the goal there is just to get more fresh water flowing through the bay, which will really help out the paddlers and also enhance the fish habitat in the area. So there's a lot of environmental considerations when dredging the bay, so it has to take place between the beginning of August and the middle of September. So that's when we're going to do the work, and it's going to be a hydraulic dredging method. So that means we're pumping out water and sediment mixture, and then we're going to be dewatering it on the center of the island. So people will see basically a platform in the middle of the bay, and we'll be moving our way downstream, dredging the sediment slurry as we go. But, you know, obviously environmental considerations are really important for us, so the whole work area is going to be contained within a turbidity curtain just to make sure that no sediment is escaping the work zone. The Kahnawake Environment Protection Office, we really appreciate the patience and understanding from the community. You know, obviously construction, we're closing off some areas and it can be noisy and a little bit ugly, so you know, we just want everyone to bear with us as we get through this project, and I think it's going to be a great result for the community in the end. If anybody has any questions, they can contact bayproject@mck.ca or call our office at 635-0600.